Welcome everyone to another session of Fractures of Reality. In the last episode, the party rescued a certain person called Elnaith.
His name is Elnaith, not to be confused with Elnath.
Yes, it is very, very important that you never call him Elnath, because he will get very huffy. So, the party also got paid for solving the murder case, and authorities were called, and they, last you heard of it, they are working on putting the entire cult under arrest. And you all went to bed.
And they were none the wiser. Maybe.
You'll have to forgive me about the yawns a bit, so I try to. Really. You all wake, and you all brought a small little bit of breakfast. You know, as you did a mission, so they're willing to at least get you a small meal. You were all given rooms to yourselves. Flora, yeah. Wrong screen. Yeah. Flora, you have your own room, but, you know, you got extra beds because they use the rooms for other people when, you know, because you're not always there.
Okay.
Rooms are, rooms are a valuable resource, shall we say. You all eat, and as far as you are aware, the elf you saved is in his room. What would you guys like to do?
I'm going to see if Elnaith is fine. If he's got everything packed for today.
You find his room a complete mess of papers and ink and quills and...
I was going to knock first.
He's got the door open.
Oh. You alright?
Oh, it's you again, Cicada, the little snowflake, because you got the little freckles on your face.
Oh. Good to see you, Elnaith.
Ah, right, you wanted me to pack up, let me just, start putting these away. And I was just, I had to write a few letters, you know, inform people that I'm still, well, alive.
Do you need help?
Oh, that would be lovely, thank you so much.
Okay.
So,
he starts putting some of the books and papers away in the bag's holding. Try to keep things organized.
I would ask if the books are still alphabetized, but I'm not there.
They are. What are the rest of you doing?
Ryu will have also gone to check on his great grandfather.
Clara stops by for a moment and says, hi, I'm going to go to do my morning play though. They might be disappointed if I don't show up. And she goes off to play music.
Okay.
So while you two are helping Elnaith put things away, he briefly turns to Ryu and says, right. When you have time, if you could gather your party, I will explain a few things that are important and I feel you should know since you are here, and it would be good to have your help on this matter. But once all of you are awake and ready.
I don't know about Jezebel, but Korax should be waking up just about now.
Ah yes, the elf. He continues putting things away.
Um, when we head out, maybe you should use polymorph again, just to be safe.
Oh, very well, I can do that. No problem.
As soon as we leave.
Would you go fetch your musically inclined friend as well? If, your elf friend is about to awaken. So I may tell you of the situation.
Of course.
Also, when you, try to knock on Jezebel or get her attention, the door has a sign saying, do not disturb, and you can hear the loud snoring from inside.
Yeah, Ninja is not here today. She is sick. So,
She's not sick, she's just overworked. Regardless, Jezebel has a do not disturb sign outside her room.
uh,
The rest of you, however, go on.
we were gonna leave today, early in the morning.
The rest of you all begin together as Elnath finally finishes, removing and packing all his V's gear. Cicada.
You encounter Clara as she's going up the stairs. Oh, hi.
Yep.
Are you going to fetch me?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
So, is there anything anyone wants to do before Elnath begins to speak?
You mean Elnath?
Elnath.
Elnath.
I'm sorry, my nose is a little blocked. From all the yawning. So nothing? Okay.
Nope.
I think we're good.
So, Elnath brings his hands together and he says, now, about that, mission you all were inquiring about. I know it might seem strange, but it is very, very important that I am able to get down there. And he glances to Ryu as he says, because there is an old poaching temple, or kitsune, down there.
Oh.
Now, out of character, what exactly is he talking about?
He's talking about the purple worm tunnels where me and Korax almost died,
Huh.
and you had a dream about it.
Oh, right.
Quick check out of character. Does Clara recall offhand if kitsunes were hunted?
Yes.
Kitsunes used to
Okay.
be hunted for, well, their tails were believed to hold great magical power.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just double checking.
Yeah, Ryu
I know.
already told us about this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, he continues looking at Ryu and he says, you see, while it's not as common as it used to be, there are still plenty of places and old hideouts where poachers can find information about what certain aspects of kitsune are prized for their magical value and what they can be used for. And the temple below those sandworms is one of those areas.
Then we shall destroy it.
Who in their right mind would build a hideout out in a cave infested with worms?
I mean, the
And
worms
The
presumably,
were...
worms are theirs.
presumably the worms came later.
Well, yes. It was likely that a few of them were pets of previous... Sorry. It's very likely that they used to have pets there guarding the place, but eventually abandoned it, and... Well, I mean, when kitsune were considered extinct, they likely abandoned it to make room for other things that they wished to do with that. Other things that would give them more money. if that makes sense.
I
Like
don't
poison?
think they're quite abandoned now.
I mean by humanoids, not by like some animals moved into the tunnels, yes, but the original tunnels had a different purpose.
Not an animal. Something else.
Does this happen to have anything to do with a does this happen to have anything to do with a door or that depicts the calamity?
A door that depicts the calamity? Wasn't it just like a little hatch door? I don't remember saying it was carved with anything.
You
I think there were tails on it.
Yeah, there were tails on it, that's right.
I don't think there's anything beyond just tails.
Okay, I just had to. Sorry for that. It's been a while, so that detail was a little fuzzy. He'll shake his head and said, "Calamity? No, but there were likely carvings of kitsunes on it, as it was an old kitsune temple. What they used to do is they would take old temples and locations that used to be sacred to the kitsune people, and they would deface them and change them to be about how to best use the kitsune. I'm unsure if this is one of those areas or if this is one of the areas that they created themselves, but there are places in the world that used to be sacred to kitsune and have been defiled. I have been slowly making my way eastward and trying to take out these areas as I find them.
Huh. See,
My sons and daughters and grandchildren will all be kitsune, so well, most of them will be, unless their mother ends up being a different species, but let's not get into genetics here. Regardless, I want to protect my family. So yes, I'm looking to make sure that these are destroyed so that in the future, if they wish to try and damage my family or find out how to use these pieces that they've taken, they will not be able to find that information, and in hopes it will fade into obscurity. Sometimes knowledge is best destroyed, you know?
you're
I'm in. What about all of you?
We have papers to destroy.
Right.
Kay is a little uncomfortable. She's not too sure.
The reason I put up the quest is, well, in the end, you see, the thing about purple worms is they like to eat elves. Specifically elven wizards who can take maybe one bite before, well, unfortunately, we are very bony and chewy, you know?
She's shaking.
But you're an adventuring party and not a wizard, so you guys should be fine.
I almost died.
Well, I mean,
To be fair, you went without us.
I tried to warn Korax.
Well, as it stands, I am willing to go with you and help you out, but yeah, it's just I wasn't really strong enough to take on those caves alone, so I figured I'll hire adventurers. I mean, put up enough of a reward, They take out the danger. Maybe they'll see the door, but it should be sealed, so they shouldn't be able to get in.
Hmm.
And if they do get in, it's well, I mean, one generation finds out about how to first prepare Kitsune, but well, that's only one generation, and unless one of them was an elf. And he glances towards Korax at this. It shouldn't be too much of a. It was an educated risk, shall we say.
Hmm.
And so that's why I put up that mission.
Okay. But we also need to head to Eternia soon.
For what again?
The poison.
Poison that you want to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Jezebel's contact should be coming soon.
Speaking of, has
Well-
she been woken up yet?
No. There's a do not disturb herb sign on the door, so
Clara is staring at the door and contemplating whether or not to just burst into the room.
leave her be, Clara.
Okay.
So, your name is Korax, yes?
That is correct.
Are you perhaps an LSA?
Well spotted.
So, you're from the Great Elven City then?
Yes. Haven't been there in a few months.
Did you inherit their dislike of humans?
And uh, that's not nearly as uniform as certain parties within would have you believe.
So what is your opinion on humans?
And
Thankfully. Sorry.
they're cute.
Thankfully, there are no humans in this party.
Elnath sort of narrows his eyes and just turns and looks away, as if not really happy with the answer he was given. And he simply says, well, now you know why I put that mission up. Would you like me to take it down? What would you like done?
Well, I mean, we'll clear out the worms if you want, but you might as well leave it up.
Very well. Then I will entrust the task to you.
Though, if someone plans to sleep in all day, we could probably use some assistance.
Oh yes, of course. I will definitely come along. After all, I need to go down there to destroy the poaching, the old. How would you even describe it? The temple, not really a temple. It's like a poaching den, but it's not really a den either. Poaching temple.
Yeah.
From what
A layer?
Lair.
most books I've read call it a nest.
Lair, poaching nest. Either way, you wish to head out this morning, yes?
Until things calm down here.
Right,
Indeed.
right. Well, I should polymorph myself into something, and you should quietly talk to your friend, who is asleep.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll
So
go talk to her.
he polymorphs into a small, small little blackish bird with like a grey streak of feathers going down its back.
No blackbird.
And he quietly flits up and lands on the gator's head.
Yeah.
So you're not
Well,
gonna go on.
you'll blend in with her perfectly. Ryu said with a smirk.
He rolls his eyes at you.
Sweet.
So
So
you,
she knocks on the door.
a very sleepy and tired Jezebel answers it. And she gives a teasing smirk and goes, "Well, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are we heading out
We
now?"
are. Yes.
Alright, let
We
me
are
get...
heading out.
Sorry.
I'm good. Keep going.
Alright, let me just get ready and I'll meet you right outside.
Okay.
So she gets ready and you all head outside.
Okie dokie.
Is there anything you would like to do while you're still in town?
Is
Just
there
buy
smoke in
some.
this direction?
Pardon?
We're just heading to the stables.
I was just curious if there's smoke in this direction.
Oh, smoke.
Probably. Yeah, there's probably smoke and a lot of noise coming from that direction.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go buy some more rations.
Alright. Do you buy them from Terrier's Goods and Guffs or the Great Emporium?
Let's get a great emporium.
Alright, well, Mercy greets you with a smile and he's like, "Well, hello! Welcome back! Oh man. What can I help you with, my dear?"
I am looking for ration today.
Rations. Not my specialty, but we are a great emporium of many great things. What sort of quality were you looking for?
Thinking up to 4 rations so I can have an even 10. So that would be 2 gold?
You know what? Just because I like you, I'll give you 5 rations for 2 silver.
Thank you, so generous.
So, would there be anything else you would like to have this fine day?
I have 50 gold on me. Maybe. That membership looks interesting.
Ah yes, the membership. So, if you sign up, we will give you a key, and that key will allow you to access our store no matter where you are in Nohim. Plus, you get a little discount. So, it's a great deal.
I currently have 51 gold, so I could buy it. Definitely. You know what? I'm going to, because I like Mercy.
He takes your gold and gives you a little pat on the head as he says, "Great. Let me go and get your special card. What's your favorite animal?"
Crickets.
"Chirp chirp. Alright, let me go and get you a card made up." And you see him head quietly into one of the back rooms where a second Mercy is briefly visible, and the two quietly work together on something before he returns with a ornately carved key shaped like a cricket. Like it's got a little cricket, like the main ring of the key is the cricket body with like little wings on the back, and then you got like two tiny antennas sticking out of the front of the actual key part, and it's basically a key cricket.
Thank you very much.
Now don't lose it, otherwise you'll have to pay another 50 gold to get one more.
Okay, understood.
With that, I look forward to this bright and brand new partnership of ours.
I do as well.
Remember, when monsters you face are fresh out of mercy, Mercy's Great Emporium is here for
Mario
you.
is here for you. Yeah, she remembers.
He gives you another pat on the head and he hands you your rations.
Alright.
Alright, as for you,
That'll do it for me.
Cicada, how many rations are you getting? I mean, not you,
Clara.
not Clara. Too many bloody C's.
Probably 3 weeks.
3 weeks worth of
So
rations?
you want 21 rations.
Sure.
Poor or modest?
Mm,
You cut
Modest?
out.
we will go with modest.
Alright, so 5, and you want 21 rations. Okay. The modest, okay, so that will be 10 gold and 5 silver.
Okay.
Yes. 10
Yep.
gold and 5 silver.
Done.
Alright. You have your rations. Anyone else got anything they want to buy?
Corax, Ryu?
I'm good.
Then
Okay.
you will begin to head out of the city.
Yeah. And I suppose Elneath wants us to go to the worm dens again.
Oh, is that where we were going?
Yeah.
You got options. You can head to Eternia to get the poison sold, or you can head to the worm dens, which no, actually that's where you are, man. Which are at Miona.
Hey, we didn't get any word from Burton yet, so guess we're doing the worms first.
What word are you waiting for?
There's like some it's in here somewhere. Let me find it again. Okay. He was going to give us details on how to contact them before leaving the city.
Yeah, he told you to head to Eternia, and basically, yeah, he would have given you details of how to contact them once you got to Eternia, but I'm keeping it vague for now because you're not there yet.
Right. Right. Who wants to take on the worms again first?
We can crush our worms.
I've got a score to settle with those things.
Kate is very hesitant, but she'll put on a brave face for everybody. She has to face her fears one way or another.
So, You make it to the caves in, let's see. Let me just make that a little bigger. I actually can't read the text. Nope, that made it worse. You gotta love tokens sometimes. There we go. Now I can actually see it. Yeah, it's about 3 days on horse. So
3 days.
be sure to subtract the rations, and while you guys are making your way there, you stop for the night. Quietly. No. Totally not a cultist there. But quietly make camp, settle down. You have horses around. And, Elnath is also there. I forgot to put his token. By now he's
Yeah,
unpolymorphed naturally.
Yeah, he's unpolymorphed once we are a fair distance away from the city.
It only lasts an hour, after all.
Yeah.
During the trip, and it's been about 2 days now, like, he's not really used many of his spells, but you do see him going through what you now know to be his spell book quite often, as if he's trying to determine what spells he wants.
He wants to prepare.
And
Cicada doesn't have to worry about preparing spells. She can use all of them.
and anyone with a passive of over 13 would notice him often glancing towards Korax before glancing back to his book.
Cicada doesn't notice.
Or too busy playing music.
What passive perception?
13.
You may also roll an active perception if you want.
No, I have 13.
I'm just letting people know, that's all.
There's something you want to say to him?
Oh, what do you mean?
You've been glancing at him all night.
Oh, no. I have not been glancing at him. I've just been, looking around, admiring the scenery.
Does this have to do with what he said about humans?
No. Of course not. Would you like to see my spellbook?
Can people even read wizard spellbooks? I don't think so.
They can't.
Sorry, they don't. Or the clergy doesn't teach us how to read wizard spellbooks.
You wouldn't be able to anyway, because most wizards, they put it in a very specific code that they make themselves. I can at least show you how it works and how to recognize when it's a wizard, a wizard spellbook.
You say that as if you're expecting to lose it again somehow.
Oh no, I don't expect to lose it. It's just I thought you might be interested, that's all.
What? Well, I guess if I am a kitsune, so there is more to me than just what what I've learned as a cleric.
Knowledge is power in the end, which is why I'm trying to destroy the knowledge of how to use kitsune as living batteries.
I can only imagine how horrible things must have been back then.
Well, I'm not the oldest elf, so I wasn't around for most of it. But I do know bits and pieces from what I've read. For example, they would individually pluck out each and every hair. He briefly glances to Korax at that and then coughs and goes, yes, yes. They would see
Out of
what?
character.
Oh, that was out of character.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, back to what he was saying then. They would individually shave and pluck out every single hair of a kitsune, as they would use it to dilute into potions, as it increased their potency, so it was believed. I naturally haven't tested this because that's inhumane, but this is what they believed, and this is what they've written down.
Did they ever written down if their experiments on my kind worked?
Well, they wrote down that it worked, but I'm not going to trust some ancient old text or some words or some cult on if it is actually true, and I'm not going to test it.
Let's just focus on getting rid of any trace of these poachers.
He glances to Korax briefly again and then back to Rio and says, right, let's be sure to get rid of this temple, and then I believe my next step is some very old ruins. Can't remember what they're called. Kashak ruins, I think it was. Yeah, I believe there was rumors of... Well, it's not that there will be a poacher's nest there, but I would like to check it out regardless, as, well, magical technology and magic is sort of my passion.
Would you like for us to come with you? I'm sure we could. I'm sure my friends and I could help.
I mean, I suppose you can if you want, but I'm sure you all have your own adventures that you wish to take on. Plus, there's that, what's it called? The tournament. The the tournament coming up? Like, it's still a ways away, though.
Tournament?
This is the first I'm hearing of that.
It's on every... Oh, was it 10? Was it 100? I'm sorry, it's very hard to keep track of time as an elf. You sit down to read a book, and the next thing you know, a year has passed sometimes.
Or 10 years.
Yes, 10 or 20. Regardless, there's this, great tournament that they host every so often that many fighters from all over flock to, and it's nearing the next one.
It's still a. If you're referring to the Lundra games, that's still a few months from now.
Oh, it's a few months from now. Oh, well, that's actually closer than I thought. I thought it was, still 2 years out. But, yes, there's,
Okay, how old is? Okay, I'm gonna insight this guy. How old is he?
Well, it's always very hard to tell how old an elf is because of how gracefully they age.
But I am also an elf, so I would know better than most. No.
You can try, you can try an insight, I suppose.
No clue.
You can't tell.
He does have grey hair, which is normally a sign of age in elves. Like, they'll still look pretty, but, like, elves will slowly, like, their hair will grey as they get older. But you're not sure, like, this is just one thing that you can say, maybe. But yes, there was a... I can't remember how often it is, but, yeah, if you fight in that, you can win things and win prizes, and it's quite a big festival, I believe.
Sounds amazing.
I believe I took your mother to it, or was it my wife?
How
Yeah.
long ago? How long ago is this?
Oh, uh, what's his name? Corax, was it right?
Yes.
How often are those, festivals on again?
Every 10 years.
Every 10 years. That's right. Yeah, I think I took your, mother to it a couple of years, 20, maybe 30 years back. Then again, it
Oh,
might
I
have
don't.
been 40. Could it have been
I wouldn't.
50? She
It
was
still sounds like it was well before my time, regardless.
still, that is a thing that is happening, and, I forget what we were talking about and why I brought that up, though.
You were saying that there were some other ruins you wanted to look into after the ones we're heading to, and I asked if you would like us to come along.
Ah, yes, if you want to, you may, of course. You're always welcome to follow me on my endeavors. Though, don't be afraid to go out on your own path. You are an adult after all, and you are free to have your own life and your own adventures.
To be honest, I didn't really go to Appalachia expecting to become an adventurer.
Well, that's how life works sometimes, full of wonderful, pleasant surprises. Or undead. Plenty of undead.
Yeah, there were a lot of those there were a lot of those in Appalachia.
Yeah, they tend to be all around everywhere. If it's not undead, it's ancient dangers from a time before, or perhaps a cult, or perhaps an ancient evil from a time before, which is something I said twice to make it was a joke.
Never a dull moment, huh?
Yes, exactly. I mean, I know I'm not as good at the jokes as your mother, but I do try.
You cut out.
I know I'm not as good at the jokes as your mother, but I do try. She was
Not the
always
joke master.
a bit of a wild child. Did she mellow out in her later years?
What did he say?
She was always a wild child when she was younger. Did she mellow out in her later years?
I'd say I could say she did about around the time I was getting around she did start art focusing more on teaching us the teaching us how to perform exorcisms and wardings, shrine keeper stuff and all that. So
I'm glad to see the old traditions still survive. I was worried about them being lost due to all this poacher business that started resurging because, well, apparently there's a lot more kitsune in the world than there used to be. And apparently some people want to use that and
believe me, believe me, yeah, I was believe me, Jezebel had me worried about the exact same thing when I first met her.
well,
Literally the first literally
Mm.
when we met,
Mm.
the very morning we met, her first words to me were, "Are you a kitsune?"
Well, for what it's worth, she's a little weird. She tried to show me some mark on her clothing. I didn't really get it, but I do think she's secretive, but she doesn't strike me as malicious, shall we say.
She, I doubt, I doubt, she'd pull. I doubt she'd eat a. I doubt she'd be hiding anything. She wears her personality on her sleeve.
That is very true. He glances once more briefly to Corax, and then he rises and says, "Well, I should get to going to the sleeps." Well, technically elves don't sleep, we just sort of sit there and watch you all sleep, which is very creepy. I don't know why. Yes, it's very creepy, but well, we have a lot of free time. And he just awkwardly goes to sit down and read a book. Good talking with you though, Ryu.
Yeah, it's good to talk to you after such a long time. I'm too, great grandfather.
I am sorry
night.
I was gone for so long.
It's all right. We, Mom always did say you were a busy man.
You're a good kid. You've grown up well. So, anything else anyone wants to do before we move to morning?
We're good.
Not really.
I know
Alright.
Jezebel wants words with me, but she's asleep right now.
Yes. We will get to that later. Alright. So the morning comes and you all arrive at the entrance to the worm's den. Mjolnir.
Yeah.
What would you
Kata
like to do?
is not excited to go back in there.
Akora tries to take a cicada and like, are you okay? You seem
No.
to be apprehensive about this place.
I almost died.
Yes, that's true.
I had a thought on that. We tried the stealthy approach last time and it availed us nothing. Why don't we just storm it now?
Does that mean I don't have to be quiet?
Feel free to be the loudest of us all.
Aren't you guys forgetting something?
What?
I can't see in there.
Oh.
I hand him a torch.
Smartass. He puts his hand up to the head of the torch and lights it on fire.
Alright. You now have a lit torch.
Guess
So,
we're going in.
Corax, Cicada, you ready for round 2?
She
Yes.
smacks her cheeks and just in a sort of getting ready pose. Let's do this. Okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, yes, be careful where you step. They do have tremor sense.
Will
I
it be
know.
any good if I'm making all the noise?
Well, that will be very good for drawing them all to us, if that's what you are intending.
If a distraction is all we need, I have thaumaturgy.
Oh boy. Well, in the event that something goes wrong, I suppose maybe I can. He starts leafing through his book of spells again.
Clara is happy she was given permission to be as loud as she can.
Unless you want to draw every single worm to you. Maybe not.
She pauses, she's like, that's true.
Are you ready to descend?
Yeah, I'm just going to
Yes.
do one spell, but it only affects one person. That's the thing. It's called Veil of Dusk. Who needs it most?
I have an AC of 13.
My armor class is 17.
Mine is it's 18.
Right.
Minus 13, so I guess I'll cast it on myself then.
Okay.
So, you all descend into the large, round tunnel. Many smaller tunnels branching off from it, but the deep and wide tunnel that you're a part of continues going on until it tapers off and you find yourselves in the cave.
I roll stealth.
Anyone else reminded of Final Fantasy IV when they look at the walls?
Yeah,
I've
kinda.
I've never played a Final Fantasy game in my life, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's like old school walls.
What do you guys want to do?
It's a 12, so I have advantage because of Veil of Dusk. Trying to keep it quiet on my end, and also keep a fair lookout for anything moving.
Okay. Right.
Should probably do that too.
How far do you guys go out?
Yeah, Korax is gonna. Korax is gonna take point.
Okay. Is it okay that I make a perception check?
You may.
Dang it! Don't quite see anything. I'm just following Korax for the time being.
Okay, I'm
He's-
trying. Okay, I'm trying to remember where, remember which square the thing was on the first time.
It was around there.
Yeah, but I can't remember. Was it on top? It was either this one or this one.
It was the top one, I believe.
And I will
Where on the map are we, by the way?
top.
We're at the top.
Okay, I can't. I have a torch?
You should.
Can you see now?
Yes. Very good, thank you.
We went this way.
Alright.
Just head straight and follow me.
Corax? I need you to stop right there.
No.
Right there.
Clara, no, not there.
Laura, I need everyone to stop.
Claire's trying to keep her eye on everyone.
Not there. Don't step there. No.
I think it's too late for that.
So, Corax, As you slowly try to inch your way around where you think the worm is, you see the soil disturb, and the worm bolts out and charges for you.
Ah, no,
You
not
are not
again.
You are not surprised. Now, Chlora, you are walking and heading towards where Corax is, and you step right onto the worm. You are surprised.
Okay.
God dang it.
All right, go on.
Wait, I'm not done. Cicada and Ryu. You hear them both call out, and you ready your weapons. You also hear sounds coming from here and here. A soft rumbling. And then you also hear a third sound. A chuckle. Deeper
Oh,
in
no.
the cave.
Oh, you shut your mouth.
Roll initiative.
What was that? I just got a chill down my spine.
That was the
thing
talking
again.
one.
The laugh echoes in your head.
Yeah, she's not okay with this at all. She's
Well,
panicking.
we are not rolling well on initiative.
And, oh, I'm sorry, I'm fighting sleep. Getting a bit tired. Right. The worms also need to roll. Okay. Ryu, you are first. You are not surprised.
Ryu, who quickly rushes over to Elnath's side, and when he I believe that was 15 feet, I think. Yes. When he sees the worm, he goes up to it, and I'm going to cast Divine Favor and attack with the. Or wait, no, I can't attack. I can't use Divine Favor and attack at the same turn, can I?
Yeah, you can. Divine Favor is a bonus action.
Ah,
Just moving
okay.
so I can access their HP and stuff.
Okay.
All right. Then I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack with the short sword.
Alright, go ahead. It hits. You deal 8 damage.
All right.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Yes, she will be. She should be, but I will add her.
Okay.
Shall one of us control her, or do you want to handle it?
If one of you wants to control her, you can.
I'll do it.
Okay, let me give you permissions. Actually, if you see anything on a sheet, of course, don't mention it, etc., etc.
Of course. And can you turn on her night vision real quick?
It should be on. Yeah, it should be on. She should be able to see.
Okay, there it is. Just needed a moment to turn on.
Ah, there you go. She's on the initiative, but, yeah. Okay, that means it's Chlora's turn. You are surprised. Corax.
Okay, so, and all right, so I too will cast Divine Favor, and move in with my rapier. Or well, I guess really it's more of a dex longsword, but I'm just it's a rapier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Will hit. So you do 8, 9, 10, 11 damage to the worm.
Yeah, and then hold on. Actually, let me check something. Just okay, and then I'm going to actually circle around just so. Excellent. Okay, so that is Korax's turn.
All right. It is now the purple worm's turn. This one is going
Oh
to
god.
bite at Chlora with advantage.
Actually, I'm no longer surprised since I had my turn.
That's true. Galus has a miss. And that is its turn. This one is going to bite at Korax. A 20 will hit.
You will hit.
You take 15 piercing damage.
50.
15. 1-5.
So that's more than half my health.
Ugh. God dang it.
And I need you to succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Okay,
You succeed. It does not manage to get a bite of you. And that is their turn. Cicada.
2 people in trouble. She's going to fire an Eldritch Blast in a panic requires concentration. I'm going to lower Veil of Dusk to use Hex.
Okay, Divine Favor.
I'm going to cast lower Veil of Dusk to cast Hex on this purple worm in particular.
Go for it.
It's just an instantaneous thing.
Yep.
You just put a mark on them real quick.
Alright, I will. What are you going to do next?
That's my bonus action, and I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm panicking.
It is now Elnath's turn, and he is going to bring his book up, and he's going to cast Magical Missile. And yeah, I'd say probably go 3rd level, so...
That's 5 magic missiles.
Maybe 2nd level. I haven't actually gotten his stats together yet, so... But he does have access to Polymorph, so... And Polymorph is, I believe it's 3rd level, let me double check. Yeah, it's 4th level, so he would have access to level 3. So that's 5 magic missiles, which are 1d4 plus 1. 1d4 plus 1. So that's the first one. Okay, so let's see. 5, 3, 3, 4. 5, 3, 3, 4, 5. 20 damage. It does 20 damage to this worm right here. And that is his turn. Jezebel. So I'll move her deep further down. She would probably be closer to the group.
Okay.
You can start it like here, or you can start it here, which is where I was stopping people.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, I might as well start there. I could just get a clear shot from right here. She's going. She's going to shoot this worm with her pistol.
Go for it.
17? Wrong.
That'll
No, actually, 17.
that'll hit. You deal 5 plus 7.
So that's
12.
12. Yeah. Blech.
All right.
Hey, hold on. Is there anything else she can do? Nope.
She can dash as a bonus action or hide.
Yeah, but she has no real need to.
All right. Who are you?
All right, he's going to. He is going to attack once again with the short sword.
Go for it. You hit and you deal 9 damage.
All right. How's it looking?
It's it's looking pretty beat up, but it's looking a little healthier than the one that Korax is fighting. And Clara.
They want to
I-
heal Korax.
Yeah, Clara's going to disengage and use healing word.
Okay, go for it.
Don't die.
You heal full.
I hear it sucks.
This
I
is
just
a
gotta
rock.
go over here.
I mean, it's not that bad, but it is a very big inconvenience.
Could I technically still see Korax from here?
No, because there is a rock in your way.
Okay. In that case, she's going over here.
Alright. So, with that, it is Korax's turn.
Right. Right. So. Okay. Hey. All right. Korax is going to want to save my other 2 spell slots for. Actually, what am I talking about? Okay, I'm gonna cast another spell. Okay, so 1 more divine favor.
Got it?
Maybe he can actually hold it this time. And then I'm gonna stab again with my rapier.
Go for it. That'll hit. You deal 11 damage. The worm gives a quiet little and it's hurting bad. You basically chopped it in half, but it's still kicking. The purple worms. This one is going to disengage and bury into the ground. Now, I'm going to make him visible just because he's the one that's accidentally tied to the token. But, yeah. Just know that he's dug into the ground. In fact, I'll move him in there so he's not...
Right.
Now, this one is going to bite at Ryu. Actually, no, it's going to try and sting you.
Oh god, not the stinger.
It misses.
Oh, thank god.
As the bang echoes around the cave, you hear a large sound from over here and a smaller sound from here. If you guys could see those.
No.
I did not. Were you on the GM layer?
I didn't.
You can hear a loud sound from over here and a smaller sound from over here. And Korax, you can see naturally both of them.
Yeah.
Cicada.
He's going to try again. Eldritch Blast. That's better, but My rolls still suck.
You'll need to move a step out and a step back, but yeah, you're able to do that and deal 3 damage. Woo! Elnath is going to do another magic missile because, again, I haven't designed stats for him yet. So it's a D4, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, it's a D4 plus 1, so 5d4 plus 5 should be the right one. So he deals 15 damage to this worm that he can see. And that would be probably it for his level 3 spell slots. Okay. Jezebel.
Okay, she's gonna move around this one and take another shot. This time at this one that's fighting Ryu.
Remember to subtract ammunition.
I'm doing.
You kill it? Though yeah, you kill it. It's dead. Ryu.
All right, with the worm he was fighting dead, he is going to. I already. 5, 10, 15.
Be careful with your movement, so I can. Heroism is a touch. I need to touch both of you in the same turn.
5. Okay, so I'm gonna. Can I see Korax from where I am, or is he dark? Is it too dark for me to see him?
You can, if you can see him, you can see him.
All right, I'm going to cast Healing Word on him.
All right.
Hold on, wait, there.
You heal 5. Is that your turn?
I'm going to aim a firebolt down in this direction wait for something to come out.
All right, you're going to hold an action. Firebolt is a cantrip, so that should be fine. All right, Clara.
Clara is going to go this way and hug her hero while saying, "Thank you, my hero. Also, don't die." You know, she's concentrating on heroism.
All right.
Okay.
So it's on both of you.
How much temporary hit points do they get?
5 temporary hit points each turn. Yeah, basically, we get 5 temporary hit points, and it regenerates each turn.
The ability modifier is +5.
Minus 3.
Yeah, it's +3 temporary hit points, not 5.
Mm-hmm.
So you can add that to the blue bar if you want.
And with that, she's out of movement.
Alright. Korax, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm a bit out of range of the big boy right now, so I'm gonna go and deal with this little troublemaker.
Alright.
Okay, so rapier. I take it a 13 doesn't hit.
13 does hit. You deal 10 damage.
God, I can't wait. First of all, can't wait for next level. Where I'll be able to do something about that low damage. Second of all, divine smite. I am a bit fed up with these damage sponges.
Go for it. Alright, you deal an extra 10 radiant damage. So it's now the purple worm's turn. This one is going to
The
Yeah.
light has acknowledged your righteous fury.
He's going to bite. And he's going to miss. This one is going to slowly wriggle up. Yeah, so 15, 20, 25,
God.
30.
I think that's close enough for Rio to see it.
Yes, I know.
Okay, so
I was finishing movement. Be patient. Ryu, you may roll your attack.
Alright.
14 will hit. You deal... I don't think you deal radiant damage there.
No, that
Yeah, it's
the divine favor only applies to weapons.
Yeah.
I know.
Alright.
Yeah, it's
It is then going to bite you.
Oh God.
It's going to hit with an 18, I believe. Does that hit?
Yes,
it meets your AC, so it beats it. You take 16 piercing damage, and I need you to make a dex save.
You have temporary HP.
I know.
So it'd be 11 damage. That's all of your temp.
Wait,
No,
wait,
that's
I
5,
thought
it's 3.
Right, sorry.
It's 13 damage.
13.
Alright. Then
Dex
you
save?
said dex save, yes.
Alright, you succeed. It tries to swallow you, but you manage to duck away. Cicada.
God, I can see it. Oh no.
Remember, with a bonus action, you can move Hex onto a new target.
I can do that, so I'm going to do that on the big guy.
Don't mind me, I was just checking your movement.
After all that, Ryu's like, by the gods, what is this thing?
What
Oh,
I've been trying to warn you about.
that's a juvenile purple worm. They are actually quite valuable, as their venom is very expensive and useful.
This is a juvenile.
Oh yeah, the adults are far bigger.
We'll harvest it later. Oh,
That's-
wow.
It's 5.
That's just taunting you.
I know.
You deal 5 necrotic damage, I'm sorry. Alnaith will take a step this way. No, he still can't really. No, he would be able to see.
It's pretty friggin' huge.
And he's going to use his 4th level spell slot, so that's 3.
I thought you can only use spells up to 3rd level.
Polymorph is 4th.
Oh,
When you cast a
Okay.
spell using a spell slot of 2nd level or higher, the spell creates 1 more dart. So it's 3, 4, 5,
6?
2nd, 3rd. I think it's 5 because 3, 4, 5.
A 3rd level spell would be 5 darts.
Right, it is 6, you're right. Sorry, I'll have these sheets set up next week. Oops, that's, nope, that's right. So he deals 21 damage to the big one. And takes out a fair chunk of its HP. Jezebel.
Okay, Jezebel is going to... is actually going to back up... Okay,
She can dash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, like, I'm just trying to get her into, like, the optimal positioning, and that would be there. Yeah, like... Okay, so she's gonna help Korax X deal with an outlier, and then be in a position to start shooting at the big one. And on that note, she's going to fire another shot at the little one.
Go for it. That'll hit, and it takes 19
damage.
damage.
Rogues are powerful.
Ryu.
All right, I am going to. I'm going to cast spiritual weapon, and place a sword next to me here.
Okay.
I believe that's my That's my action.
All right.
The sword. No, spiritual weapon is and it's a bonus action,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it's a bonus action.
and you can
Right.
and you can attack with it in the same bonus action.
No, you can't. You have to wait till the next turn.
No. Yeah, you
You
can.
use your
I'm
bonus
looking it
action
up.
to summon it, and then you have to wait till the next turn to use it.
I'm looking it up. Okay, so it is one bonus action to create it. When you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon.
All right, you're right. I'm sorry. I was wrong.
No worries. That's a very common mistake.
I've had DMs tell me, no, it has to be this way. And anyway, roll your attack.
Yeah, I take it the sword looks like Wanderlust.
I'm not sure. It's up to Ryu.
He wouldn't know. He wouldn't know what Wanderlust looks like. I don't think.
Well, well, yeah, but I mean, just by dint of you being a cleric of Alex, like it would automatically take that form. No.
If he's seen like a statue of Alex holding Wanderlust, then sure.
All right. Well, we can solve that
regardless.
later.
Yeah.
Regardless.
I do not believe it benefits
I'd
from divine favor.
say, I can't apply guided strike on that, can I?
I believe that would
I
cost a bonus action, so no.
We can use your regular attack now.
I'm afraid that also misses. So, Flora.
It doesn't specify guided strike being a bonus action. or
Oh,
not.
is it a feature? Then yeah, you can
It's-
probably do it. I thought it
Guided.
was.
Yeah, no, guided strike is a thing you can just do.
Yeah, sorry,
It
I
takes
thought
a
it was
channel
a spell.
affinity.
I thought it was the spell, like, there's a spell that does a similar thing. Yeah, no, you can do that.
You have to
You're
keep track
thinking-
of your channel divinity, though.
You're thinking of guidance, I think.
No, there's a first level spell or a cantrip or something called True Strike.
Oh yeah, no, that is an action, and it's true strike is useful in very specific situations.
Anyway,
Hold on, I still need to. Oh, there we go.
Correct.
you don't re-roll. I just use your roll that you used before and add 10 to it.
No, the short sword is his main action.
Okay. You do
13 damage.
yes, 13. Laura.
Take that, you oversized sewer pipe.
Let's make a wisdom save.
Okay. Wisdom save. It fails and takes 4 damage.
It didn't like that.
It doesn't know what you said, but it was insulted by it regardless. Thorax.
I don't know what a sewer pipe is, but it sounds disgusting. So, please let this kill it. Another rapier strike. 14
Oh.
damage.
Alrighty, you deal 14 damage. It
But
is still
I-
barely hanging on.
I'm out of spell slots, so I cannot. I'd use smite to put it over the top, unfortunately.
Oh, so just 11? Okay.
No, 14.
Alright.
No, because the divine favor and the dueling style are still active.
It's the purple worm's turn, and this one is going to flee. Gonna use its action to disengage and run away. This worm is going to bite at Ryu. No, it's going to use its stinger.
With
Oh
disadvantage.
god.
I'm out of range. Korax is out of range to use his reaction for that.
It missed, and now it is Cicada's turn.
God. She's still panicking. More Eldritch Blast. That's all I can really do.
Blast away. And you deal 10 damage.
It's a solid 10 damage, and she's going to try and move over here.
Cicada needs to take agonizing blast at the next opportunity.
Alright, Elnath is going to just use a level 2 magic missile because saving spell slots or something like that. And deal 17. Now it is Jezebel's turn.
Jezebel is going to. Actually, then. Nope. She just says bullets, and she's gonna actually save her bullets. And she's gonna start attacking with Frostbane instead.
Alrighty, roll it.
Okay, that's 16 damage.
Okay. For you.
Jesus, how's this thing not dead? So spiritual weapon's going to attack.
$13 will hit. You deal
10 force?
10 damage.
And he is going to swing it, use his short sword.
Alright, 4 and 3 is 7.
Is it still alive?
It is bleeding and it's bloody and it's torn and it's heaving, but it is still alive.
War priest.
No, you've already you've already used your bonus action.
Use the first spiritual weapon.
Hold on.
Clara?
Oh, okay. He's right. It is a bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay. Clara. You know, have you tried hitting the broadside of the barn? I hear it's actually kind of easy to do.
Hell, he takes 3 damage.
Or mockery.
Corax.
Okay. Let's see. Not in stabbing range, but he is in shooting range.
Alright. And with the final shot, the worm goes down. Combat is now over.
Yeah, okay, and with that, Korax is just gonna pat himself up on the shoulder, or lay on hands himself back to full health.
Alright. So, Cicada, you can hear the sounds of something shifting over here where the light is. Now, do you wish to try and get more poison from the adolescent worm?
We can handle that once the place is cleared.
Alright,
More things. Over there.
and I shall open up the pathway so you can see what's down below.
Gun aimed squarely down the pathway. And Jezebel also, although hanging back a bit.
Give me a second. So, as you look down the glowing path, you see that there is a patch of the ground that is a dim red glow breaking through the cracks of it. And from the path,
That would be
please
this.
don't move forward and let me finish. Next to the glowing, slightly dimly glowing ground, there is a small metal hatch with carvings of tails on them. As you all look at the path, you see and watch as the soil slowly rises and a creature you've never seen before appears. A worm-like monstrosity with glowing tentacles.
Oh my god, what is that? Elnay? What is that?
Oh, well, that is a core spawn worm.
Is this
And
something
that
we
is-
should be running away from?
I mean, it seems to be not attacking us yet. But perhaps we should reconvene and... I don't know about you, but I am running low on spell slots. I mean,
Same.
magic energy.
That makes two of us.
You hear the quiet chuckle echo in your heads again.
Hmm.
Did anyone see that thing's mouth move?
I think we all know
Coming
the
from that thing?
You did
He's-
see
he's-
its tentacles sort of quiver as the chuckle echoed out.
I think it knows we're here.
It's right in
It
front.
is backing away in fear.
What is not attacking us?
Clara is hiding behind her fluffy guardian.
I really think we should reconvene, as Elnay said.
Step into the light.
What? Oh no, it's talking to me.
Ah.
No.
It's talking to all of you.
Oh.
All right then, and Korax will do so with his gun aimed squarely at it.
Korax, no.
Ah, yes. The machines of the humanoids. Go on, take a shot.
Please don't.
Gun.
You haven't. If you're talking to us, then that must mean you want something.
You take a shot, and it manages to get past the tough, scaly hide. But all that seeps from the wound is the same red glow that is enveloping the area. Let me change the color of the glow. Red. Bam. Nope, that's the wrong one. Let me try.
Clara is starting to think that this might be partly her problem because the two tanks are immune to fear.
I don't think. Did it even feel that?
I mean, I can shoot it again. We can and test it some more.
Maybe
Sure.
don't.
How about no?
It laughs
I
at
think
you.
you provoked it. I think you've provoked it enough. Again, you're going out of your way to talk to us. What do you want?
I merely wanted to see what curiosity made its way into my cave.
This place once belonged to my people.
How amusing.
What's that supposed to mean?
Tell me, have the darkest nights become the darkest days yet?
Are you talking about the Black Sun?
That is a yes, then. Good, good.
What? Why do you? Why do you care? Or it's not like you go outside.
I am now. And you watch as it turns and it buries deep into the ground and the glow fades.
Oh no. Oh no, what have you done?
I think I just I think I just put more people. Anybody who goes near this cave in more danger than they were before.
We gotta leave. We gotta leave right now.
No, we've come. It's I have to go. I have to go to the. I have to get to the door.
Sure
You're-
about that, dearie?
You're going to risk your life.
It's this place. This place was my. This place was the Kitsune's home, Cicada.
So, you head to the hatch, and Elnath begins to mess with it a bit before using a spell, and it unlocks. Inside,
You use the knock spell. Because the knock spell makes a lot of noise.
that's fair. Well,
But you can also use silence to muffle it.
regardless, the hatch opens. Your spell for what, Clara?
Heroism?
Feel free to leave. It's still up as long as it would probably be wearing off, but sure.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out when it does wear out off.
It would have worn off
I
by
imagine
now.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, descending down the small stairway, the light illuminates old carvings of kitsune with many hands reaching up towards them, with a holy light shining above. These carvings are on every surface, all depicting kitsunes either gifting or showing a magic orb, an orb of magic held in their hands, or cats, or them praying all sorts of spiritual and cultural marxes. Only you notice that they've been defiled. The faces and carvings have all been scratched out. The tails carved a deep line between them and the kitsune, and writing carved into them, indicating what best parts to take and what each part of the kitsune is best used for. For example, the tails being really good for creating amulets of power, and that the hair can be used to create stronger potions. That
Do I know if any of this is true?
You can roll a history check. every single piece of a kitsune, even their blood, is listed and carved into each of the drawings. And it's clear that while this place was once very holy and very spiritual, it has now been used to mark how to best utilize a kitsune's body against them. Korax,
He
you know vaguely about the kitsune being hunted and that a lot of their parts are useful for medicine and magical purposes. You don't know any specifics, but you just know that they were hunted because of their divine blood, air quotes.
Hmm.
What were you saying, Ryu?
Ryu's just looking at all the is his eyes are fixated on the carvings. He is terrified at what he's seeing.
I imagine he's almost as terrified as Cicada, who is still kind of freaking out. All of her feathers are ruffled.
This worse. It's worse than I expected.
It's alright, Ryu. I'll protect all of you. And you see Elnath slowly walk up and place his hand on one of the carvings that have been graffitied, right on where one of the scars is. His hand begins to glow, and you watch as the scar that's on the stone slowly seals, and the carving is returned to its former glory.
Ding.
Stone shape. Hmm.
Glorify.
Ryu's watching this in awe. With his fear is replaced with awe as he's seeing the writings go away.
Well, while this is going on, Korax is actually going to look around to see if like anything else besides carvings was left behind.
I will get to that in a second, Korax, but you're free to roll investigation.
Yeah.
One by one.
May
Go on, Cicada.
may I also roll investigation?
Go for it, but I'll get to what you find in a moment.
Okay.
One by one, Elnath goes to each carving and restores it to its former glory. There's little bits and pieces where it's not exactly the same, as he's not really an artist, but he does his best to try and get it as close to what it once was as possible. And when he's done, he steps back and lets out a breath and says, "There. Now no one can ever use that knowledge again, at least in this area."
Hard to can't believe there's still more of these things out there.
I will see to it that by the end of my lifetime, there won't be any left.
It's a very broad promise.
I am a
If there's-
very... I'm an elf. I have many years that I can dedicate to this.
If there's ever anything I can do to help, as hard as this this place was to stomach when I first came in.
Just do your best to make sure any children you have are aware of the danger that they may face in the future if this knowledge ever comes back to light. It only takes missing one of these places for it to become knowledge again. I'm not some all-knowing person or elf. I can't guarantee that I will get every single area, but I will try.
For now, I'm just I'm just glad we got to this place first.
So, Corax and Cicada, you find a small table and a few other tables in the area, tucked into a small back room that have dried blood and matted old fur on them in places.
Yeah, that was about what I was expecting.
Are
But-
they? How old are they?
Very old, like there's dust and like the hair is crumbles to it, dust in your hands. Like it's very old. That nothing's been down here in quite a while.
Are there any signs as to the identities of the people who did all this, like old graffiti signs, maybe?
No, just what you saw before Elnath reversed it. However, I'm not done describing what you find. You go through the area, you find very old books that are so worn you can't even read them anymore, and they just basically crumble to dust when you try and read them. And you
Oh,
also find 2 potions of greater healing. Each one has a single white hair floating inside it.
Ada frowns, even though she's a bird. She puts it back down. She doesn't like this.
Waste not. And Korax is going to grab them both.
Eh,
Alright. So, if you take the hair out, they're just regular potions of healing. If you leave the hair in, it is potions of greater healing. That is out of character knowledge, just so you know what to list them as.
Okay, like Korax is going to hold on to them both. Like, what? Like, if you were to remove the hair, what would that really help at this point?
Regardless, that is all you find. Alright, you will have done your task, and as such, you will receive your reward. Let me dig into my bag and
can we get out first?
oh,
Yeah.
right, that worm might still be there. Yes, let's head out.
I'm
Yeah.
not out of
Oh,
here,
and,
please.
and harvest the juvenile on the way out.
Alright,
More
so
venom.
I need you to roll survival for me. With
Okay,
this...
with some. Okay, someone with a better wisdom, it's better survival than me. Maybe do it this time around.
Not me.
Not me.
Jezebel. Does Jezebel have survival?
No.
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 Ryu's the last person to leave the temple as he scans over the carvings one last time.
Well, you need to roll a survival to try and harvest the poison.
No. And I'm gonna have Jezebel. I'll do the help action to give you advantage.
Well, it's disadvantage because you're not efficient, so it's just a straight roll. So roll away.
Ryu?
Huh?
No, Ryu's not rolling.
Oh.
She's talking about it. Whoever is trying to harvest the poison from the juvenile.
Well, you've got got the best modifier for that.
Do I?
For wisdom?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be damned.
So 13. Is
Yeah.
average.
You're not able to get a lot of it, but you do manage to get one more batch.
Okay, now we have 2 vials. I'll stick that in Jezebel. I'll stick that in Jezebel. Isabel's okay, 2 vials of purple worm and poison in Jezebel's inventory.
So, you all head outside. Is there anything you would like to do before we wrap this session up? Oops, sorry about that.
She's hugging the horses. She's crying.
I'm sure Jezebel would give you a hug if she was here.
Yeah.
Jezebel gives you a hug.
Oh. There, dear.
Anything else you would like to do before we wrap up?
Ryu appears to be writing something down in a book, in a different book from the one that he's been he's shown around earlier, as he the quill will slowly and gradually trails off the page a bit. Ryu looks like he's not in the mood to be writing, not in the mood to write anymore, and he just simply closes the book shut. And he's saying, "Did he know about this?" Huh?
Did who know about this?
That king, Kagura.
Oh, It's honestly unlikely. From what I remember reading, I mean, I did write a whole book on them after all. From what I remember reading, they did not actually come from Norhin. So they would not know about the hidden histories of this area.
That was obvious. That was obvious. Is from the moment he first appeared 200 years ago. Oh, so why does he have our name?
I don't know. People can have the same last name, you know.
Right. If it was just Kagura Nethwa, I could let it slide. But Kagura La Nethwa, the entire family name, in an owned belonging to an outsider. You really think that's a coincidence?
Well, yeah. Kitsune are rare. Odds are that if more popped up, they would have either a similar last name or come from a very similar history of hiding out.
Kagura, who the hell were you?
And there is, well, I mean, the simple way to find out would be to, well, find a noble library somewhere, and, well, look for the lineage records.
Okay.
I think I know someone. I think I know someone who could tell me more about him directly.
Well, for what it's worth, it's the modern royal quote unquote ethel lines are very much bound up in the Arcranians.
But we'll talk about this later.
Realty is overrated anyway, personally.
And
Well, I've been compared. I just happen to have been compared to royalty my whole life. if so.
I am sorry, but, well, I'm sure you can understand why I've been so absent. I've been trying to take care of these, so your future isn't as concerning.
Yeah, I guess he wouldn't have anything to do with this in the end.
You are an excellent grandfather.
In the end, the only thing we all leave behind is our lineage, and I care about my family. Why would I not want to protect them?
I guess I've just been so obsessed with I guess I've just been so obsessed with disassociating our name with his.
Well, let's get some rest. Here's the 500 gold for finishing the task, and I am unsure what the plan is from here, as my current plan is just to simply head further eastward, as that's mostly what I've been doing. Heading to a town, exploring local rumors, and then exploring the area, and moving on.
Sorry, I spaced out.
He was going to continue eastward from here.
He was explaining he's not sure what you guys want to do, but that's what he's been planning to do.
I still need to go to Eternia.
Yeah.
Regardless, you guys can discuss that over the week. And is there anything anyone would like to do before we wrap up?
I think we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Then with that, I call the session to an end. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye!
Goodbye!
Bye.
Fear is conquered, except not maybe.
Alright.